It's a bit much. One of my favorite. Welcome back to the show. Let's go to line number 5. Brody, you're on the air.
Good morning, Paddy. How are you?
Doing okay, thank you. How about you?
Oh, good. Enjoying the lovely weather we're having here this morning on the Isthmus.
Yeah.
So, a couple of questions that I got to ask are, well, in Central already, they're losing access to the transmission lines. They got wind measurement towers put up in places, and they've got signs up, and they're saying that it's private property. They're not letting anyone in there hunting, and I mean, I just want to know when it's going to come here. We as Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, I'm sure, have some kind of spiritual connection to the land. Like, for example, my great-grandmother is Métis from Labrador, right?
Yeah, some people might have a cultural connection to the land and or a spiritual connection to the land, but we know as well that there's plenty of people that don't. Look no further than all the stuff we see dumped in the woods.
Oh, yeah, and I see a fair share of it. And, I mean, okay, so if they do end up having to flatten all this beautiful prime timber and firewood, how are those residents that just their main source of heat is wood, how are they going to heat their houses?
I don't know, nor do I know how many of those areas that have permitted wood cutting are being compromised or jeopardized by these proposals. I don't know. I really don't, but that's a good question.
It's a scary reality, if you ask me. And I mean, me and a good buddy of mine, we spent last weekend, if not the weekend before, into my cabin for the night. I own a cabin in behind Come By Chance, and there's not only myself, there's 7 other cabins in there besides me. And we heard owls, we heard ducks, there was a moose bawling on the western side of my cabin before the sun went down, the coyotes was howling. And I mean, that's stuff that once the wind farms goes through. Now, I'm not saying there got to be more thought put into it than we're just going to slap a bunch of wind farms in this place and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean, access to the back country, or if that's the right word, is of course an important question, and how that's going to look differently if and when, especially if all of these proponents all get built, which I doubt they will, and to the scale which they're proposing, which is unlikely to, as far as I can tell. But right. These are these are important questions, and the answers to them, I really don't know. I guess it's going to be...
No, I don't either.
It's probably going to be different for all the different projects, right? Some of them may be on lands that maybe don't have the same amount of people using it for a variety of reasons as other areas where the proponents have come to town, but it's a fair concern, of course.
Up until the 20th of September, I had petitions going around in the local communities here. I had about 65 to 70 signatures that were on my side. So there is people out here that don't want them. Or should I say, for lack of a better word, they want to see some kind of legislation put in place. Because right now there is none. If they wanted to build a wind turbine right in my backyard, there's nothing I can do about it.
But there's also, I don't think, unless there's something that's happened that I haven't seen or heard, about the permission for these companies to all of a sudden simply put up a sign and say you can't come in, because do they even have the authority to do it, I think would be another question.
That's a good point. And I mean, I've owned my little piece of land in Watson's Pond since 2016, and I lost my grandfather 2 years prior to that, and I actually named the cabin Jack's Landing after him because he loved the outdoors as much as I do, and I blame him for putting it in my blood. But if it wasn't for it was a pretty close relationship between me and him.
And that's a nice thing.
It is.
Very pleasant.
And I'm just asking everyone that is interested. There's a rally on the 4th to the 7th of November at Confederation Building. This is a peaceful rally, and there's also a website that people can go and look at for information. It's www.rallyfortherock.com, and That's all I got to say, Paddy. If you got into anything you'd like to add, I'm
No, I don't think so.
the best answer.
But same thing for you. If you have anything else, feel free while we have you this morning. But I appreciate your time. Enjoy Jack's Landing.
All right, my friend. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye. There you go. Let's keep rolling. Let's go to line number 6. Rowan, you're on the